Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of Gruber Wired Moment. Is it now? We're half an hour. Yeah.
Half an hour.
So we have to think of a new name, I think.
I think so. No longer the Gruber Wired Hour. It's going to be, any suggestions there, Jesse?
I didn't even realize we were changing that for, that would change the name. Yeah, we'll have to think of that.
Yeah, we're going to change the name a little bit. So,
well, I'm Mark Beach.
I'm John Dotson, and welcome once again. You get us for a half hour now.
Yes, 30 minutes of quality time.
Quality?
Quality. All righty.
Hey, it's been heating up out there. Where are we hitting now?
Getting hot.
114 today?
Yeah, something like that. 113, 114. It's Phoenix, Arizona in its finest.
Yeah, and this is only the beginning of summer, so
yeah,
we got a long ways to go.
Yep, big day today. Yeah. President Trump in town.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mr. President. Glad you're here.
Got to throw that out there, don't you? No, but not only things been heating up, but business has been heating up as well. It's been great. We have been firing on all cylinders, and it's just been going amazing lately. We want to say thank you to everyone. YouTube. We're now on X and Instagram as well, correct? Or that's coming soon?
We're still making sure we're live, but we should be, but we're double checking.
Double checking to see if we're live.
Yeah, well, so
check your pulse. Are you
the
live?
more the merrier. Yeah,
we're here.
All good.
So,
John, what do we got today?
Oh, there's a lot going on around the world, and what we are finding out and discovering is that India is now becoming the world's Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Got a lot of progress going on there. Lots of things happening. Look at that. We got some little technical difficulties going on here.
On Instagram there. Got to make sure our Instagram folks are
taking care of. Say hello
to
the back head of Jesse there. Got a very nice nice shaved haircut in the back there, right? Nice and clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting this corrected right now.
Yeah, so India. So let's talk about that. 1.4 billion people. That's with a B.
B with a B, billion.
Yeah, that's it.
Amazing. The population there is great. I mean, there's a lot of people there.
Largest English-speaking country in the world.
Besides us?
No.
Or completely all together?
The largest English-speaking population in the world. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's a statistic I wasn't aware of.
That's why so many companies outsourced there.
They are, and what you're seeing is a lot of transition of companies coming out of, especially China, the United States. A lot of European countries are now investing in this area, in this region.
Boy, and colonial cousin, they used to be in the British Empire.
Yes.
So, yeah, colonial cousin.
Colonial cousin.
There you go.
Can you pull us up picture number 1? So anyway, just to kind of give you an idea, we got a picture coming up here that'll show you the investment opportunities that are taking place and the amount of money that is just pouring into this region. Is pretty wild. Since 2018, the increase has just been just straight on up.
Exponential.
Exponential, that's a good term for it.
Yes.
There's lots of hubs there going on, IT hubs. Is it Cyberbad? Is that how it's pronounced?
Hyderabad. It's in Hyderabad, and it's Cyberabad. Cyberabad.
Got to make sure we get that right. But it's one of the city's major IT hubs and biometrics that are taking place there with companies like Microsoft, Apple, Amazon is moving in there as well, and Oracle. Oracle's a huge supply chain, distributor that's out there.
Okay.
And you can kind of see here by what's been taking place in the digital transformation market within the scope of India. 2018, $24.5 billion. And then we fast forward to today and look at that, $710 billion being dumped into this economy.
Wow.
Just crazy. And what you're seeing is the growth exponentially of that. I think
somebody
IoT.
didn't do that math right. Because like 24.5 billion to 710 billion is like 30 times. That's like 3,000%.
That's what So, but this is what they're talking about is just exponential growth.
Maybe that's supposed to be 245 billion, but even that'd be double.
That would be double. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the investment is going to a lot of things. And so you can kind of see it there. A lot of data center transformations going in here. There's just a lot of activity that's taking place across the board. Some of the challenges they're coming across, however, with this is just the infrastructure.
Right.
You have, water, electrical grid. Just your basic infrastructure has been kind of a hindrance to the growth here.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the TV show Outsourced?
No.
Okay,
I never
well,
did watch that.
You have to watch that. Yeah, it's only one season.
Yeah.
There's a movie too. You got to watch it.
So the basis of it
Is an
outsourcing?
American company outsourcing to India.
Oh, okay.
And an American guy going over there to set up the call center. It's pretty good.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
I mean, it's comedy, but
Yeah, but there's a lot of truth in comedy. That's why we all seem to, understand it.
Yep. There was a part of it where, basically there's different hierarchies of call centers and, the workers that work at the Microsoft facility, are on a different status level than the people who work in the tchotchke call centers,
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's pretty cool.
So that's called outsourced?
Outsourced.
Yeah, check that out.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, so they're re-globalizing this area, and there's a lot going on in talks of trade, and everything is taking place from China to the United States with India, and India's kind of taken that middle ground, I would say, wanting to go ahead and be able to take care of everyone that's within the realm of wanting to do business with them.
Right.
And so you're seeing, like I said, you're seeing all these different companies. Tata is one of them. As far as data centers go, and then they're specializing their data centers in order to cater to certain sectors.
Okay.
So you're seeing a lot of that taking place too.
Right. They use specialized training. So in a previous life, at my software company, I had a customer who started a school in India, and so I would be up at midnight because it's 12.5-hour difference between here and India, and I'd be up in the middle of the night doing training sessions on the software.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, pretty interesting stuff.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Can't imagine. Yeah, but the time zone, wow,
right.
Yeah.
12.5 hours, not 12, not 13.
It's like 12 and a half. Exactly.
Right. I have no idea. I'm sure there's an explanation for it. I was just never curious enough to find out.
Sure, but you're busy working too, right?
Well, yeah.
So
Yep.
time flies.
There you go. So, I mean, I know they do a lot of pharmaceutical manufacturing in India, and then they have a big service industry like the United States. And a lot of obviously, when we talk about our global products, the vast majority of them are from Asia.
They are. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and one thing about India is with that huge population base, I was looking over the statistics, you have maybe 55 to 60% of the population are actually physically working.
Right.
So they have a lot of area for growth, and they got plenty of people to educate, to take over the spots and come in. And hey, Highlander's back. Look at that.
I think those are comments from a different show, maybe.
I don't know.
These are today.
These are today. Okay. Hey, Highlander. Welcome back. You missed us with the girls last week.
Yeah, we did. We missed you. We could have had a lot of fun there. Lots of fun stuff going on with our little trivia game. So let's see. Highlander says, I called Riley to see if you guys are going to even be broadcasting today. He didn't know. Tried getting hold of Erin.
Who's Riley?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure who Riley is.
Not sure. We know who Erin is.
Well,
so.
but we don't know who Michael Scott or Dwight Schrute are.
Not yet. No, we don't. Hey, Highlander says, rocking an Apple what, 15 cell phone now? 915? Nice.
There we go.
Very cool.
And Nicole.
Nicole,
hey.
welcome once again.
Welcome. I'm going to start Highlander's GoFundMe page out of India. What's the GoFundMe for, Highlander?
Yeah.
Is that for your trip here? Thank you for the shirt, by the way. Much appreciated. I wasn't here when that arrived, but I much appreciate the shirt. Thank you. All right, so back on it.
Nikki, I hope you're enjoying your sweet tea today.
Yes.
Little inside joke there for you. Pull up picture number 2. This is actually quite interesting to me that UPS has gone in and put a large data center in India this past year.
Okay.
And so what this does is it brings a lot of economic growth to that area. And with them being able to have more centralized within the Asian area, there we go. You see them there opening up the technology center. This is going to change a lot of infrastructure, bring in a lot of dollars, and promote and create a lot of work for people.
Very good. Yep.
So,
and is that just for delivery, like globally, or is that like a call center? What is it?
It's more of it's just for that particular area. It's going to be local, a lot of local going on there, local development, and global as well. If you ever get a chance to take a look at the trade routes of the cargo ships that come through there, you come right around that whole area. So there is huge commerce driven within that area, being able to supply and transfer products, around the world.
Gotcha.
And so they just have so much going on with employment opportunities, skill development, and
John has an
echo. Well, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Yeah, he's working on it. We'll get it done. Our t-shirts should be online by Monday. Thank you for doing. Oh, I didn't know they're going to be online. That's cool.
Oh, that was probably advertisement for his brand.
We'll definitely
the Highlander
advertise
brand.
that for you.
There we go.
Most definitely. But yeah, they're looking at getting a competitive edge in the Asian market. With UPS is by going there and setting this up.
Right. Kind of gives a whole new meaning to the word, what can Brown do for you?
Yeah, exactly. No pun intended there, right?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Can you move your mic in between you and John, kind of, and point it towards you? There
right
you go.
here like this.
Is that where we're getting some reverb?
Yeah, it's just pointing a little toward you, I think, and it's grabbing a little extra.
Okay. How's that?
Yeah, you can move it more between you two if you want to look at him when you're talking to him, that kind of stuff.
Like that?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Something like that'll work.
Bueno.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. But they're looking at getting a competitive edge in that marketplace and then showing market leadership throughout that area.
Gotcha.
So what this, like I said, what this is going to do is bring a lot of internal investment into India and help with that infrastructure. Have no fear, Michael's here. Hello, Michael Scott.
I'm sure. Yeah, Nikki brought him in, so we've narrowed it down where it's at. Don't worry. We've got our finest people on it.
Yeah, Nikki, you're gonna have to let us know who Michael Scott is, or Michael Scott. You can just come out and let us know.
Some people are just cowardly, I guess. I don't know.
You're calling them out.
Would I do that? No,
no, never. Never. But yeah, but again, UPS in India, lots going on there. Let's go ahead and move to picture number 3. This is kind of a fun topic to talk about. 6G.
Yeah, this was interesting, because this is taking it to like the 1 terabyte per second download, upload.
Yeah, you can see right there with the 6G what it's talking about.
With the arrow. I don't trust their graphics though after that last one.
3 terahertz can be operate on a higher frequency than 5G, of course.
Right.
And then you can get the terabyte down in 1 millisecond, up to 1,000 gigabits in regards to what 5G is doing.
Wow.
But the neat thing about this is they're really investing heavily in this. And as you can see there, they've already acquired over 100 patents for this technology. So they're leading the world in this. They're expecting to have this 6G technology, actually the infrastructure in place by
2025?
2030, I think. But 2025, they're going to have the majority of it in place and start playing around with it and see what they can do.
Okay.
But they're expecting to be totally 6G come 2030. Now, we were taking a look here in the United States. We're looking at starting the infrastructure around the 2030 mark to start setting up for 6G here. I still think there's a lot of places that we're still putting in 5G infrastructure, if I'm correct, throughout the United States at this point in time.
Right.
So it's just, again, it's just ultra low latency at a very high speed.
Makes sense. I mean, the thing is that at some point it's instant, right? That feels like it would be kind of instant.
Yeah, at some point in time it is, but it's all going to depend on the technology and the infrastructure that's in place around all of it. I mean, it's just where it's going. Where was I reading here? There's just so much more implementation of this that they're taking a look at. They're talking about actually being able to now create infrastructures that are terrestrial and extraterrestrial, basically. So having actual space devices and
satellites.
Taking a satellite, but then enhancing it to a point where it's basically like a data center in space.
Right.
And that's what their ultimate goal is, to try and say, okay, well, what can we do with this technology? Where can we go? You get something out in space where it's very cold. you can alleviate a lot of the heat distress from data centers, right?
Maybe,
that they
but
create,
then you got to deal with, solar flares and
Yeah,
radiation
it comes
and
with
all
a whole
that.
separate set of, encounters you have to worry about.
Right.
Starlink has figured it out pretty good.
Yeah, Starlink's working just fine.
Yeah, it is actually, from my understanding, working pretty well, especially after the last solar flares we had.
Well, that was a 5G storm, and I don't think anything got knocked out, did it?
Nothing.
No,
Nothing
It's
at all.
all the major airplane carriers have now signed with them, and so have all of the cruise ships.
So they worked out all the kinks on them that fast. That's pretty quick, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Within the next probably 3 or 4 years, there won't be a place outside of being inside of a cave. There wouldn't be a place on Earth that you won't have internet.
Wow.
that's very cool.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Thank you,
to think
Elon.
about.
Yep.
But taking that 6G and just elevating things up is going to do things for the enabling AI-enabled ambulances, intelligent, smart ambulances for the healthcare system, and taking that technology and being able to implement it that way as well. And they're talking about our agriculture, being able to have right at your fingertips and using this AI in correspondence with 6G to give you instant data feedback. If I come in here and I'm going to plant my crop at this point in time, this is what is taking place. Put your data in, you're going to get the results back that you're looking for to say, hey, this is a great time to plant your crop. This is not a good time to plant your crop. Simple things like that, in which we used to use a farmer's almanac, right?
Right.
That used to be our guide. And so yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Defense and security, of course, we all want to be just right on top of it, especially when it comes to our defense and security. So we got here, Dwight. They're going to need a lot of fiber optic cables. Absolutely right. To put in the 6G networking, you're going to need those higher speeds.
Right. I
mean, that's just the way it's going to be.
Cat 8 won't work.
No. We encountered that today, right?
Somebody called for Cat 8.
Yeah.
No.
No, because you only get,
you could get 40 gigabits.
But to 30 meters.
30 meters. That's it.
So,
I mean, with fiber, it's miles.
Yeah, and so you might have the fiber, infrastructure coming to your facility,
right?
And then inside you could run like a Cat 8 scenario or situation. So, yeah, exactly. We'll need all that fiber we can get. Because Highlander.
No snow. Why stop at 6? I want to go to 11.
I go to 11.
Cat 11.
No, I think what he's saying is 11G.
Oh, so, okay.
I'm sure it's going to get there. Of course, every step of the way we keep improving. They just add it another number. Okay,
well,
here's
G
7.
means generation,
I
and
know.
so you just can't skip.
Keep going and going and
going.
going.
You can't go cat. 5G and then 10G.
But even at some point in time, like you point out, there's a point where isn't it become limitless? I mean, you're at a point where it doesn't matter.
It's just like going Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 12. It's just the next one, right?
Correct.
Yeah. That's what the
so one
G
improvements
is.
will come along with it because you're only going to get speeds to what's available, and at that it tops out.
Right.
So my question is, so how do you improve a system once it's topped out? What would be the next step? What would you expect it to be?
I would expect people to become satisfied with instant, which is exactly where this is headed. And once data is instant, there is no improvement on that at that point.
No, I don't know where that is or where that line is. I mean, we're so close to it now, I would think, except for maybe when it comes to like quantum computing.
Yeah.
There's going to be that application where you're going to need those speeds and that direction to go. But that's not going to be the every average day person.
Right.
I don't know many people use
quantum
quantum computing.
Yeah.
Here we go. Update time.
So I don't know how, if 6G is going to be, because we are going to need wireless stuff, obviously, but the backbone to run it, I saw this article. I think I mentioned this before.
Look at that.
But this research team was able to get speeds through traditional fiber optic 301 million megabits per second.
I can't fathom that.
Wow.
My brain can't compute
so
that.
They're on the verge of technology. Now it's going to take probably 5 years to perfect this and figure out what they're doing, but by the end of the 2020s, the speed won't even be a consideration.
Right. And basically it's going to be capacity at that point, I think, because we're talking about, the ability to have smart cities and smart highways and not just smart
how
cars.
much bandwidth, right?
Right.
Because once you're using light, it doesn't get much faster than that.
No, and there's no heat.
Yeah.
There's not, there's
no heat generation.
It's not subject to interference like copper is either. It's, you can't do an EMP against light. So the right. But I'm just saying it's it's not subject to that interference.
No, which is great. But at what point in time right now technology is outrunning our infrastructure. So at what point in time we get to where it's going to slow down and everything's going to come to a halt and say, okay, we got here, but our infrastructure level's here, and now we have to play catch up.
Well, no, so this is the thing, and I'll give you guys this article so you can read it. This is through traditional infrastructure. So once they figure out how to actually manage this, there won't need to be infrastructure change. Now, more fiber optic infrastructure, sure, but this can run through existing
switching.
That's already through what we have in existence. That's cool.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because all that needs to be done is the signal just needs to be amplified, and the little SFP modules and things like that boost signal, boost light.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them rated at distances over 40, 50, 60 miles.
Yeah,
the distances are insane. It's not possible with current medium or with copper medium. So. Good stuff.
Yeah, but it's just amazing.
Make copper
where they're
pennies
going.
Again. Let's do fiber.
And then, the other thing I noticed about this, they were talking about, and they're starting to have this technology over there, but they call EVTOLs. Are you familiar with that term?
No.
It's electric vertical and takeoff and landing, is what it stands for. So it's like basically little personal. They're not necessarily helicopters, but vehicles.
You're missing one of the letters there. So it's E and then V.
T.
Oh, you did say V. So you forgot that is the vertical takeoff and landing. Yeah. That's the Harrier jet style.
Yeah, it's like a Harrier jet, but it's a personal one. And most of them they have right now, they were just watching some videos earlier, it can hold up to 550 pounds. And they're suspecting that once this technology is in place where these, you could use this to communicate faster with each other, then you'll start seeing more of this in the urban areas. These vehicles where you, instead of having a car, you'll have this little vehicle take off, fly somewhere, land, and off you go.
They just need to figure out how to do the whole anti-gravity stuff, because that's really where,
that'll be the ticket when they get there.
Yeah.
But we're advancing there. We're getting there. It's just a matter of when.
Phone home, teach us how.
Yeah, I mean, ET sent that signal with using what was that called back in the day? Alphabet reader.
Oh yeah,
what was that called?
Speak and spell.
Speak and spell. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my oldest daughters had those when they were little.
So look what he could do
with that.
Yeah. And then imagine what we're doing today. He'd probably be in heaven today.
Why are you crying, Highlander?
Oh, Nikki had to leave to go teach a class.
Does Gruber make its own fiber optic cables? We terminate the fiber optic cables. We make custom cables out of fiber, but we, just like with the copper, we buy bulk. We buy bulk fiber, Corning glass.
Yeah,
and then we do the terminations.
Yeah, a lot of the fiber we do use is actually Corning glass itself. Now, it may have a different jacket on it, just because of the manufacturer.
Right.
But 99% of what we use is Corning glass.
Right. And it's, single strand, duplex, multi-strand, up to 144. Although, have they done 288 back there?
I don't know if we've done 288. I think the most we've done is a 144? 196, I think.
Okay.
So we can terminate 196 strands potentially.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a big, thick one.
Yeah. They're,
massive cable.
But the amount of data that can go through there is insane. And then, we've still been exploring this, the MTP, MPO cables. And I've done a little bit more research and have found some places that we can get like up to 32 strand MPOs. Yeah. So because they're built with like 12 in a row, and then with 2 pins that push on. to line the fibers up.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And so you can have 12 or you can have 16 in a row, and then you can have 12 by 2 or 16 by 2. So you can have up to 32 strands in this little connector.
Yeah, it's wild.
Right on.
Good
so
stuff.
Yeah, it's we talked a few shows ago about density and about being able to put more in less space, which is where edge computing is going. It's being able to do all that, and this just fits right in with it.
Yeah, and don't forget, we're working on some stuff right now. We can refurbish fiber. We're doing a lot of rework right now too. So that's something we can do. So if people out there that are in the area have some fiber optics that you need cleaned up, it's broken, you need us to fix it, re-terminate it, repair it.
Yep. We got a big project going on right now.
We got a huge one right now. We've got hundreds and hundreds of these fibers back there that we're working on.
Right.
A lot of them came from use in the last Super Bowl we had here.
Okay, right.
And then a few other sporting events from around the country.
Right.
So they bring them in, we repair them, fix them up, get them back out so that you guys can see the broadcast of the shows.
Absolutely.
All the sporting events.
Yep. Because I mean, roadies don't care when they're pulling that stuff and stuff gets getting connected and ripped out. Stuff happens. It's glass.
It is. And just here's a good example too. Since we're talking about fiber earlier this week, one of our account managers, Adley, had a customer whose fiber's been getting chewed up. By a squirrel of all things.
Yes.
So she was working hard to find a solution, something that's armored, maybe some conduit.
Right.
But those are all things that we can solve those problems with.
And we've talked about this before, but armored doesn't mean you can run something over it.
No.
Armored means it keeps it from the little rodent proof. Right. Yeah. It keeps that at bay. You don't want armored cable for stuff that's going to get run over.
You want a strong, thick polyurethane jacket.
Yeah. And rubber encased or whatever that's gonna move, because otherwise, if it's armored, it's gonna crimp and then it's gonna break the glass.
Yeah, once you break that glass, you're toast. But there's a lot of cabling out there, and outdoor rated cabling that is actually tank proof. Run tanks over it out in the field of deployment, and still doesn't break the glass. So.
Yep.
We got all those solutions for all the fiber that you might have a need for.
We do, and I mean any kind of cable connectors. We have sources. If we don't put them together or do the assemblies ourselves, we have good mil spec partners that work with us, and we offer a lot of different solutions.
Wow, we're almost out of time already. This half hour goes quick.
It did go very fast. Highlander said someone on X said they called you and you've never heard of the Highlander.
Oh.
I'm just going to say baloney.
Yeah.
They didn't call either one of us.
I never got a call.
They didn't call Janie or Nikki.
But feel free to reach out and call us if you'd like. Don't forget that. We're always available. Call us, email us, let us know. Like, subscribe, share.
Yes. We got Michael Scott taunting No Snow.
No Snow. Why?
Scotty isn't here because No Snow wanted to get beamed up. And then Michael Scott, you need to be nice to the other participants.
Yeah. Come on, Michael.
Michael. All right. So, like John said, subscribe, and share this podcast. We're here Thursdays at 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
for half an hour. So,
and you know what? We're going to need a new name. The Gruber Wired Hour doesn't fit along with half hour.
You can just say Gruber Wired.
Gruber Wired. What do you guys think? Any ideas out there?
I don't know. Pete's the one that named it, so maybe we workshop that.
Yeah. Gruber-Wired.
Or if you have an idea,
feel free to got any ideas?
Shout it out. Let us know.
Keep it clean. It's a family show.
It is a family show?
Yep. I think so. That's what Nicole said.
That is what she said, isn't it?
Yes.
So anyway, if you're in the Phoenix area, please drink water, stay hydrated. It's very hot out there. That's about it for today.
I think so.
So thank you once again. And again, I'm John Dotson.
I'm Mark Beach, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Thursday.